Hey, Skip Bayless and Brady Worshippers all across the world. How's it going? Your Lord and Savior shut out 9-0 against the New Orleans Saints. Who would have thought that was going to happen? Let's see what excuses this clown is going to make up for the God that he worships and gives excuses to whenever he loses. Let's see.
Okay, are you finished? Because it is now my turn. I am not shocked because I first guessed this on Friday's show, if you remember. I know you don't
Oh, really? Really?
listen carefully to what I'm saying because you get pretty caught up in what you're saying, but I'm going to quote myself on last Friday's Undisputed. I told you if I weren't such a big Brady fan, and if I were a betting man, I would bet a whole lot of money on the New Orleans Saints plus 11 points, which actually rose all the way up to 11 and a half by kickoff. You're kidding me. That would have been the easiest money I would ever steal from the bookmakers because there was 4 total games of evidence already in the bank that Tom Brady is lost against Dennis Allen and the
I actually can't believe we would pick against Brady. I thought all you Brady worshippers were like, don't bet against Brady. This guy would actually bet against the God that he worships? Wow.
defensive coordinator who was the head coach last night of the New Orleans Saints. And I detailed it for you. I broke it into tiny little pieces, which is exactly what New Orleans breaks Tom Brady into every freaking time that they play him. They've done it.
Not in the divisional round. The divisional round was almost the exact opposite. Honestly, the New Orleans Saints to me are like a pretty big mismatch for Tampa Bay. They really play them tough. Just for in the playoffs back in the divisional round, they didn't. And something tells me that they let up in that game, and I'm not sure what it is, but they didn't play like themselves that game, and the turnovers especially were doing for the New Orleans Saints in that game, and that's what really gave Tampa Bay the win was those turnovers.
4 straight times going into last night. And I'm not sure last night was even as bad as what happened at Tampa a year ago in midseason. It was 38-3, and Brady was a complete and total disaster.
He played like crap. I believe he threw 3 interceptions in that game. Terrible. The quote-unquote greatest quarterback in all of sports should have never thrown 3 interceptions.
And as I showed you Friday, his final interception of that night, 3 of them that he threw, was a give-up interception where he just said, I got to get out of here, and he just threw it across the field up for Gronkowski.
Oh, it was on purpose. Okay, Skip. Whatever.
A jump ball that New Orleans
Well, it would have been as bad as that night, Skip, if Taysom Hill wasn't the quarterback. He didn't.
Okay, I'm going to get to that because I think it's my turn now. So the point is, when I look back at, he'd already thrown 2 pick-sixes, one in the opener last year in his first game as a Buccaneer, and then obviously one this year at New Orleans. So they already had his number there, but this is total kryptonite for Superman. And it's because Dennis Allen, who, by the way, was a very good safety for L.D. Bell High School, Texas Power.
Dennis Allen is one heck of a defensive coordinator. That guy has his team playing fast, physical. That defense scares me for real, you guys. That defense really did something similar to that our offense back in week 1. That debacle of a 38-3 whooping down in Jacksonville in week 1. I think that was just a little bit of a taste of what was to come for this game here. And I think we've shown what a really good, stout defense can really do against any offense, even an offense as potent as Tampa Bay's.
House in the Dallas area, and then one on Texas A&M was a very good safety for them, but wasn't good enough to play in the National Football League. That's the guy who has the GOAT's number. And the way they do it is what you...
He doesn't have Aaron Rodgers' number. The Packers put up 37 points against the New Orleans Saints last year. The Saints don't have the Packers' number.
It's pretty simple if you can get pressure with four, and they come like bats out of hell. I've never seen. They look totally different against Tom Brady and an offensive line that has been ranked in the top 3 all year by Pro Football Focus. They destroy it.
Yeah, they destroyed that offensive line. That was just incredible. They got 4 sacks, put all kinds of consistent pressure, forced a fumble, forced an interception. That New Orleans Saints defense and that pass rush is no joke. That secondary is no joke. Their linebackers are great. They're very fast. They fly all over the field. And Tampa Bay has arguably the best offensive line in all of football. That is telling right there, and that's what a dominant defense can really do. They can go after anybody, and I believe that's what the New Orleans Saints defense can do, is that they can attack anybody and they can crush them.
And Brady gets gun shy. I'll be the first. He's 44 years of age, and he starts to get a little happy-footed, and he starts.
Oh, now you're using the age excuse. Okay, Skip.
Starts to see ghosts, and
I would have thought that he was 44 going on 24. Right, Skip?
Starts to fall backward, and he doesn't step into many throws against that front 4. They're not even sending 5 or 6. They're sending 4. Yeah. And they are terrorizing the GOAT with 4. And then as Brady completely broke down, and I told you for...
That's what pressure does. That's what pressure does, is that it terrorizes any quarterback. Even supposedly the quote-unquote most invincible player to ever play sports. We've just seen that this man is human. Not this god that you think that has been bestowed upon the whole entire world and that you worship on a daily basis.
Once, his pregame interview, the one that he did on Wednesday that I quoted liberally on Friday, he was telling you the flat-out truth. He wasn't overhyping the Saints. He said they're so veteran. They played together for so long. Their linebackers are so good. And then he broke down he called them by their first names, each of the coverage guys in the secondary. They're just the kryptonite because, like you said, you can take Marcus Lattimore and just say, Mike Evans, you're out. You can put, what's his name, the safety?
Oh, the one that got the pick last night?
No, the other one.
Williams.
No, the other one who's been around forever.
Malcolm Jenkins.
I always forget his name. Malcolm. Yeah, because I have nothing but respect that he's been such front.
Yeah, the reason why you forgot about Malcolm Jenkins' name because he played for the Philadelphia Eagles, and he also beat your Tampa Bay. He beat your New England Patriots in that Super Bowl.
Center for the Players Association and for all the Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
And you can put him on Gronk.
Right.
And look at Gronk's numbers. Have you ever seen anything like this?
Yeah.
Brady threw him 11 balls left.
Oh yeah, what happened to Gronk, Skip? What happened to your Lord and Savior's BFF? Disappeared. He disappeared in the game. Yeah, Mike Evans was out. Chris Godwin, unfortunately, got a torn ACL and MCL. I feel bad for Chris. He went out. And then Leonard Fournette went out. Where was Gronk? Where was Gronk? Where was his BFF? He disappeared. He disappeared because that Saints defense shut them down. But I thought that the GOAT, the quote-unquote GOAT, was supposed to overcome this kind of stuff. He didn't.
Last night he caught 2 for 29.
Skip,
2 for 29.
one of them nights, Skip.
Are
We've
you
all been there.
2
Yeah,
for
we had
29.
one of those nights, man.
This is the GOAT tie-in. This is the GOAT quarterback throwing 11 balls to number 87 when he needs them desperately because, as we know, they got decimated. Slowly but surely, they were decimated. So by the end of the night, they not only lost the game, I'm afraid they lost their season because what happened to Chris Godwin did not look good to me.
Really? Lost their season, Skip? You're quitting on your Tampa Bay Buccaneers because Chris Godwin is out? Wow. I know what this is going to be spinned into. Now, later on, when Tampa Bay starts to get hot, even without Chris Godwin, they're going to get Antonio Brown back. And now you're going to say that Tampa Bay has overcome the impossible because the GOAT bestowed all of his magic and sprinkled it on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I know what this is going to be spinned into. Slick one there, Skip. I'll continue.
And I know he was able to walk off under his own power. That just looked bad.
It did.
And I know he tried to do a little half sprint over on the sideline, tried to come back, but they said no, and we'll await the MRI today. Mike Evans fell, and I thought he'd concussed because he did the whiplash on the turf, but then they said, no, it's actually his hamstring. Once his hamstring goes, you better be careful. It might be a month. And if it's a month, they're going to be in big trouble because that's going to bleed into the playoffs, right? So here's the irony of all this. The guy I didn't want them to bring back because he broke his zero tolerance rules was Antonio Brown. He committed a felony with a fake vaccination card. And now it has come to this for the Buccaneers. And one night it came to, can they be...
Now you want Antonio Brown back, right, Skip? Now I believe that you want him back. But don't worry about it because GM Brady is going to do whatever he can to keep his friend Antonio Brown in Tampa Bay. And he'll be back. I think he is eligible to return today on Monday the 20th, which is the day that I'm recording this.
Saved by Antonio Brown because he's due to come back, and I guess they're going to now welcome him back because he's a godsend.
They're always going to welcome him back.
Well, I guess so. Well, I didn't know that. I thought if Bruce Arians had anything to do with it, and apparently he does not. It was Tom's call, and now Tom desperately needs him. But now I'm looking down at the list. They started the night without Antoine Winfield, who's the quarterback of their defense. I have no idea how bad he is. Then they lose Leonard Fournette, as we call him, Lombardi Lenny, and he did John Elway helicopter.
When you saw the split,
there was a split, and the hamstring went, and he needed help to hobble off to the locker room. Could he be gone for the rest of the year? He sure could. And then who had...
Oh, you're down on your Tampa Bay Buccaneers due to injury. Now, there's a possibility that some of these guys might be out for the rest of the year, depending on how things go, the grade of the injuries. But it sounds like Skip is playing the down on the Tampa Bay Bucks card, and then when they rise to the occasion, when they sweep out the rest of the season with a namby-pamby schedule, the Carolina Panthers twice and the New York Jets.
No. Okay, if you want to say the losing wasn't unpredictable, okay. But Skip, shut out. There's no way you're not surprised that Tom Brady at home, which he had never done in 22 years, got shut out and he scored 0 points and the opposing team had 9. You got to be shocked. There's no way you're not shocked that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers got blanked with that guy at quarterback. You said that's the GOAT. That'll be the equivalent of LeBron James scoring 2 points or 0 points in a game.
No team has come close to having his number like this one has.
If you can have his number.
I got it. But if you look hard at the body of work that Dennis Allen has against Brady, it's fairly predictable. Not that he would be shut out, but that they would win, and it would be very low scoring with Taysom Hill as the rival quarterback.
In those 4 losses, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have averaged 20 points. Average 20 now in those 4 losses. Skip, he got 0.
He got 0.
And you're not surprised by that?
I'm not, but here's my final prediction. It appears that Aaron Rodgers and company will have 2 playoff games at home to get to the Super Bowl. That's what it appears to be right now.
It's what it appears to be. We'll have to see how things go. Now, the Packers do have 1 home playoff game because we just clinched the division. Got the NFC North, Kings of the North, and I'll bet where Skip is going to go with this. He's going to say that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to play the Packers at Lambeau, and it's going to be Tampa Bay coming out on top at Lambeau again. Right, Skip?
You tried to jinx them.
And I will also make this proclamation right here, right now. If Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. gets the Buccaneers to Lambeau for a second straight year, Brady will beat Rodgers again. He just will because...
Of course. Yeah, last year, it was rigged for your Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Skip. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. The Packers had no chance. Because the refs assisted them, that's why.
He owns Rodgers the way New Orleans owns him.
Baloney.
Last year, Tom Brady
Then you got the rigged game.
He also had 3 interceptions. His defense bailed him out
again. He lost his 2 safeties during the game, so he's
not throwing to safeties. He's not throwing to safeties. No, he was throwing to Green Bay safeties. Don't do that, Skip. You see what you do? You talk about, it's the safeties. You never give those guys when they win. You don't mention anything about the safeties. You mention Thomas Edward Patrick Brady IV. Okay, put that blame on Thomas Edward Patrick Brady IV. The defense played outstanding.
Just Junior, you're making him 4.
That's right, Shannon. That defense played outstanding in that game.
Removed.
Let me ask you a question.
Maybe last night he was the 4th.
Let me ask you a question. How did the defense play last night? Was the defense any good last night?
It was actually the silver lining to the night.
Okay,
They're starting to come alive.
Yeah, so that loss is on who? That loss belongs to who? No, I want to hear you. No,
Get him, Shannon.
Who does that loss fall at the feet of?
Rob Gronkowski.
No, not.
No. Excuses. Tampa Bay's defense played great in that game, and guess who underperformed? The entire offense, and that includes the God that you worship, Skip. Don't lie, it's not Rob Gronkowski. Yeah, he came up short, along with your Messiah.
Rob, really, Skip? I can't believe you did that.
3 drops and dropped what could have been the game winner?
Hold on.
Excuses.
22 incompletions, a pick, a fumble.
Okay, I got it. You remember I said this. If they can get to Lambeau, they will win again because they beat him twice last year, once at home. And when they beat him at home, they destroyed him in Tampa last year.
Tampa Bay's defense was great.
They destroy the Saints. You might have to play the Saints again. You might have to play the Saints again.
No other way to
Is
look
that what
at
you
it.
want?
Tom
Yep, bring 'em on.
struggled yesterday,
Okay.
and the visual.
All right, that's it. Yeah, Skip is going to continue to make excuses by blame deflecting and saying that, oh, it's Rob Gronkowski, oh, it's Dennis Allen, oh, the offensive line couldn't block for him, or anything else other than blaming and putting some blame on the quarterback. Okay, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense played great. The offense didn't. And yes, there was the injuries. I know he blamed it on the injuries too. No Godwin, no Evans, no Leonard Fournette. That's fair. And the fact of the matter is, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are now 1 game behind the Green Bay Packers for the number 1 seed and getting the first round bye. So I want to clarify something, is that yes, the Packers are currently locked into the number 1 seed. Even if Tampa Bay had won, the Packers would still have the number 1 seed. And we just got to take care of our business to be able to lock up the number 1 seed and have home field advantage throughout the playoffs. So the Packers still have to take care of their own business and win out and get the number 1 seed. And with that, I will catch you guys later for another one